And good afternoon. Welcome to Today at the Races, presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stanton Salter, along with Keith Fusto, on a beautiful, picturesque Saturday. It's going to be beautiful weather all weekend long here in Laurel, Maryland. Let's recap Friday real quick. We had the big Stronach 5, and Beltway Bob knocked me out. Everybody had the short price favored in the first leg, the Horacio de Paz horse. And then you had Beltway Bob and Leg C, the Maryland bred for owner-trainer Greg Wilson. Jockey Laurel Glazier, only her second mount this year.
I think so.
Beltway Bob blows it up. Let's show you the recap for the Stronach 5. So he paid, $19.60 in the middle leg. Congratulations to owner-trainer Greg Wilson and jockey Laurel Glazier. She picks up a mount today, so great story there with Beltway Bob. And I saw Greg Wilson and Beltway Bob on my way in this morning. Greg was giving him a little grass outside the barn here at Laurel Park. So a big win there for Beltway Bob. He had 280 there in the first leg with the De Paz heavy favorite, and 720. And then the final two legs at Gulfstream, two $8 winners. And you had, 27 winning tickets, paid a little over $3,200 yesterday.
That's a little bit better than a parlay.
That's a nice
payout. Strong payout. Wow, with a free square pretty much to get you started.
Yep. All right. So the Stronach 5 continues to pay well each and every Friday. So Beltway Bob, he gives us a nice carryover in the Rainbow Pick 6. Starts race 4 today. There's the number. I like to pick 6 today. I have a $38 ticket. It's online now. You can study it, laurelpark.com. Underneath the handicapping section, there's the carryover, $26,402. This will be well played. Starts in race 4. So we'll show you my ticket when we get to the 4th race. Also today, the Beat the Heat handicapping contest. This the third week, the third Saturday of the Beat the Heat contest. The first 2 Saturdays, the winner has taken home over $600. It's only a $10 entry fee. The Maryland Jockey Clubs will then seed the pool $500 each week, and then 100% of the entry fee goes towards the prize pool. I think the winning prize last Saturday was $640. One of our good friends, a popular owner around here that hangs out by the paddock, he took the Beat the Heat down last Saturday.
Did he? We're not going to name names then, are we?
He'll be jumping back in probably this Saturday. So learn more about that either online, laurelpark.com, or go to guest services to learn about the Beat the Heat today here at Laurel Park. Next Saturday, one of the biggest handicapping tournaments of the year. It's the Champions Handicapping Tournament right here at Laurel Park in the sports bar. $33,000 guaranteed in prizes. You choose your berth to some of the big ones, the NHC, the Breeders' Cup Betting Challenge, the big one. You can sign up for this now. It's a $100 entry fee, $200 bankroll. This is a well-played, popular handicapping tournament in our new sports bar right next to the sports book up there, second floor of the clubhouse. So check it out online, laurelpark.com/champions. Next Saturday, going to be a monster super Saturday with the handicapping tournament and Maryland Pride Day. We have 4 Maryland bred stakes, some of the best Maryland breds around. You have the Star Danaskra Stakes, the Miss Disco, the All Brandy, and the Fine. Some top turf races next Saturday, and fun for all the kids, and some Maryland vendors, a free T-shirt giveaway, and Maryland Pride Market, live music, all next Saturday. So what a big final Saturday of the long summer meet.
Going out with a bang, I would say. Absolutely. Looking forward to the fine stakes. I know there's a release on all of the stakes. You can go to laurelpark.com and read up on some of the noms for those races.
Yeah, 3 press releases yesterday. One about the noms. Just Howard, the Greater Stakes winner, he's nominated. You had one about Julio Correa that went out yesterday, and another one that went out yesterday. So the media department busy.
Bill Janak doing their job.
Yesterday, keeping everybody informed. And there's something about the best crab feast of the summertime, the Kraken Crab Feast, Saturday, September 7th. $60 all you can eat crabs, and then all the sides you can think of, beer and wine specials right out there underneath the apron tent. You can get a Laurel Park crab mallet. You get tickets now at laurelpark.com. Coming, that's right around the corner. Early September. We're less than a month away from the big crab feast.
I'm saying we get a few sent up to the press box. I mean, we help the handle after the races every day. Maybe a chance to unwind after the races with a couple dozen crabs and some cold beer. That would be a good way to end the day.
I took off 1 year for it and just had a
right,
good time at the
yep.
crab feast. So, all right, let's so that's the crab feast. Let's get right to it today. The main track is fast. Let's talk about the turf because yesterday we started at good and then went to yielding. Talk about how the turf is right now to start the day.
Well, a couple of weeks ago we had a little situation where the inner portion of the turf was a little bit firmer than the outer, and I thought maybe we would have to kind of do a little switcheroo there yesterday. We kept it at yielding all the way through the card. I'm going to start at yielding today, and we'll take note. Definitely saw some divots coming up around the course. They labored a little bit through the stretch in that one route race. So we'll start at yielding, adjust accordingly, main track fast. And if you noticed about the main track as well, some of the early fractions a little bit slower than normal. I talked to a couple of people. I think I added a little bit of sand to the racetrack. It's not quite as quick, maybe not quite that bounce, because I saw significant differences with the opening quarter. And on both courses, you really want to be positioned towards the front, turning for home. Horses weren't making up a ton of ground through the final 3/16 of a mile.
All right, yeah, today's big feature, of course, race 7 going 6 furlongs on the Fort Marcy turf course with the rail at 87 feet. So we'll get to that race. Let's get right to it here. Race 1 will start the rolling super high 5. That's a low 15% takeout. Little carryover to get you going, a little over $400. We have it every race with 7 or more horses, so keep your eye on that throughout the day. The rolling super high 5. Also, race 1 kicks off the early pick 5, the popular early pick 5, which is a mandatory payout, industry low 12% takeout on all the pick 5s here at Laurel Park. Let's take a look here at race 1. I'm just going after the pick 6 today. I like the pick 6 a lot today. That starts in race 4. Race 1, though, we're going 5.5 furlongs on the Kelso turf course rail at 35 feet. Maiden claiming 25,000. Filly mares 3 and up. I go with the 6 here, Suzette Star on top. You like the 6 as well. We have a video spotlight of her last race. Let's show you the race July 26th right here at Laurel Park. She's the 10 in front right now.
Yeah, I try to throttle her down as Rosa Parks rushes up to the inside and actually gets about a half-length advantage into the turn. Rosa Parks claimed out of that race on the 26th of July. But I tell you, Suzette Star, I like another re-break around the turn, opens up 4 or 5, and, man, looks home, switches leads a couple times. Didn't quite have enough left in the tank because here comes Best of Getting Better for Sagamore. Got up in time. We're going to add Lasix today. We drop a little weight, going to get the live rider Felix Pinero on. And I do think, looking at that rerun, she's got a little bit of a rating gear if needed, because also quick to the outside is the 8 Tempted by Tito's. I'm going to go 6-8. 8-6. Hopefully the speeds kind of carry around on this turf course. We've got a stat for the 8 Tempted by Tito's and Jerry Robb the last 3 years. 6 for 16. It's 38%. Maiden special weight to maiden claiming with a positive ROI. Tempted by Tito's last out, showed some speed. Comes out of that good race. Little skiff. My sister's keeper, a next out winner. I think she's on a dead scent for the outside. The 6 and the 8, the one thing they don't want to get involved in a duel around the turn, because that could be suicidal to them and set it up for a closer. Maybe laying the weeds is going to be the 4 Baltimore Babe.
All right, so we both agree on the 6 Suzette Star at least. This filly by Overdriven gets first-time Lasix today and doesn't have to carry 120 today. He only has to carry 113 with the 7-pound apprentice Felix Pinero. So I think she's long gone there with the weight off in the first-time Lasix. I use a long shot, about 9-2 here on the 3. Mary Maid gets Al Cortez. All right, a decent third at this level last out for owner-trainer Bob Gamber. See if this 5-year-old. That was her first time on the turf, and she ran a lifetime best number at 19-1. So that woke her up a little bit. See if she can back that up today and finish in the money here.
Yeah, she's hoping for a spirited duel up front. The way she came running last time, she might just get it. I don't know if she's going to quite get up in time. Baltimore Babe off of a layoff, a little bit of a drop and a barn change, going first time in the barn of Tim Vick, but comes out against some races, against some key horses. Denroby is an okay horse that has moved up for Tim Key. So Baltimore Babe, fresh and ran okay on a course that had a little give to it, I think is the legitimate closer in this field.
All right, so let's see if we can get Suzette Star
All
and
right.
the Bug Boy Pinero home here in race one. Race two kicks off the early pick four. We're on the main track going 5.5 furlongs, claiming 5,003 and up. Never won 3 lifetime or straight 3-year-olds. The 2 Crazed. Your 8-5 morning line favorite gets Jeremy Rose in town to ride for my main man Anthony Pecoraro. Always crafty. Pecoraro having a big year and Crazed a big effort. Last out up there at Delaware. Now the Delaware horses, they haven't been lighting things up coming down here this summer.
Wow.
The big 67 buyer, the small 5-horse field. I don't think this is really that much of a drop to this level today, but nonetheless, a 3-year-old Maryland bred by Orientate ran big last out. In fact, the last 4 races have been pretty good up there at Delaware. So he has a win here at Laurel Park. So I go with the 2 Crazed on top.
And certainly prefers a fast track. The last 3 fast track sprints have been good. I don't think he's as quick as Higher Purpose, though. I think Higher Purpose shortening up in distance a little bit, the way this track has carried speed, give him the advantage in here. I think he can take the field coast to coast with Taislaya Pastina. Craze gets the stalking spot, maybe comes up a little bit short in my opinion. 2.552. To me, it's a little bit of a reach for anybody else. They're going to need the speeds really to come back to them.
All right, so we like the same 3 on top there. In the second, let's turn the page here. Race 3, a real nice maiden special weight for 2-year-old fillies, going a flat mile on the Kelso turf course. The rail at 35 feet. This is going to be a challenging assignment for these 2-year-old fillies. A lot of first-time starters in here. They're trying the turf. That's a question mark for a bunch of them. They're going long, first out of the box, and then they're catching a tiring, yielding turf course. All right, so I go with the 5 Lucky Jingle on top. This filly by Tonalist has a decent bottom under her. She has to be have a fitness edge over the rest of the fillies in this race. She's been long on the turf at Saratoga in a maiden special weight, big 8-horse field. They bet her down to 8-1 in that debut, and she ran fine up there. Finished third, got beat 6 lengths, 53 buyer speed figure. That's going to put her right there against this group today. I think the 5 Lucky Jingle. She has the fitness edge over this field. Graham Motion, he's sending nothing but rockets down here this summer. He's 44% this summer here at Laurel Park. So the barn having a big meet. Weston Hamilton's had a couple big wins for him. So I think they'll get the job done here with the 5 Lucky Jingle.
Yeah, I saw a lot of negative stats in this race when I looked at it. Certainly Lucky Jingle has the bottom, at least a little bit of bottom underneath off of that first race, and talking about that track, how it could be a little bit tough and a little bit laboring through the stretch. Some of these horses, well, especially 2-year-old fillies going a mile. That's a tough distance first time out. But stat on Motion, he's only 3 for 45 with 2-year-old filly maiden special weighters going long. Believe it or not, the last 3 years. There's a decent horse that beat her in debut, an okay number. I was a Pletcher horse that got her up at Saratoga. I'm reaching with Matt's here with the 4-horse. Rising Light by Tisnow out of a general meeting mare. Mare was okay. 2 for 6 going long on the turf. Made a lot of money. Ran fast. Ran upwards of a 94 on the turf. Now, Matt's only 1 for 22 the last 5 years. First-time starters, the 2-year-olds going long. But what I like on the bottom side is this mare's produced 2 horses to win right out of the box going long on the turf. That's a positive for me. I'll take the shot. Jockey-trainer combo is strong. Just looking for a better price. Let's take a shot with the 4 Rising Light, because the breeding is certainly there to win early and win going around the ground.
Sure. All right, and you might get a nice price on this filly that cost a bunch of money at Keeneland. I just didn't get to her. The 8. We both like the 8 here. First-time starter from the Mike Stidham barn. The barn, they're having a big summer meet. Fergal Lynch rides this filly by Curlin. Curlin looks like it's going to be the next leading sire in the world based on the Fasig-Tipton sale at Saratoga recently. So I'll take a shot here with the 8 Hedonism for Red Hot Connections.
Yeah, Curlin's talking about it. With the 2-year-old first-timers, I should say 2-year-old turf routers, 12% with a positive ROI. That bodes well. Hedonism looking to bottom side. 4 turf route winning siblings in the family. They combined 10 for 44 on the turf stand, 10 for 44 on the turf, the sibs of Hedonism for over 300,000. So I think that speaks a little bit of volume in this race. Stidham, he's certainly capable, teaming up with Fergal Lynch.
And how about the 9, Dixie Cannon for Kelly Rubley? Julian Pimentel rides this filly by Freud. She should appreciate the stretch out and distance today. The debut, well, useful debut. Look at it, second and third place finishers came back to win. I see the comment line, a little mild gain there, going 5.5 on the turf late June here at Laurel Park. So it has a race over the local turf here. I think the 9, Dixie Cannon set up to run a big race in her second start.
Speed just kind of got away from her last time out. We know the Freuds can handle the route of ground. Jens the Boss came back. Speed, hello, beautiful, with a real sharp effort. I believe that was on the dirt, right? Did they transition that horse? That horse just absolutely galloped. But Dixie Cannon will be forwardly placed, I think, coming off the sprint and has that experience.
All right, so nice maiden special weight for 2-year-old fillies going long on a Kelso there in race 3. Let's get a quick commercial break. I like the Rainbow Pick 6 today. I have a 5-to-1 shot on top that I like a lot, so we'll take a look at that right after this.
Join us for Jim McKay Maryland Million Day on Saturday, October 19th at Laurel Park. Come with friends and family to Maryland's Day at the Races, a celebration of Maryland's horses and lots of fun for all ages. Enjoy a full day of racing, including on-track entertainment between races. Don't miss the hat contest, 3 categories and wonderful prizes. It'll be fun for all at Laurel Park, Saturday, October 19th. For more information, visit MarylandMillion.com or LaurelPark.com.
All right, welcome back. Race 6 is the 5-to-1 shot I like on top. We'll get to that. Race 4 kicks off the 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. Nice carryover today. Don't sleep on this. Don't get lost in all the other action around the country. This will be well played today. There'll be some live singles probably in the last race around 35, 40,000. That'd be a nice payday, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so there's the carryover. $26,402. I have a ticket. Let's take a look here. A $38.40 play. It might not take down the whole jackpot, but if I have to share it with multiple winning tickets, it still might pay pretty well. Now, race 4 is an interesting nickel starter allowance to kick it off. Filly Mare's going to miles. Keep the ticket up there for a second. Race 4 has an 8-5 favorite in here. The 7, Lonely Drifter, looking for 8 wins in a row. So she'll be tough. I have her on top. We have a video spotlight of that filly, a South Carolina bred for trainer Anthony Ferrier. But the 1, Bring Me Answers, could spring us the mild upset at 3-1, and that would make things interesting in the Rainbow Pick 6. So I go 1-7 in the first leg. Race 5, I like the 1, War Tweet at 5-1. The 3, Freezing Waters 5-2, going to be one of your favorites. And also the 4, Veil Dance at 4-1 is a good price. Race 6, nice allowance race going long on the Kelso turf course. I have the 9, Posterity on top at 5-1 with our leading rider of the meet, the Bug Boy, Julio Correa. That's right. He's not just a leading bug rider now. He is the leading rider of the summer meet right now, the 5-pound bug rider, Julio Correa. He's on the 9, Posterity. We have a video of that gelding. We both like the 9, Posterity there in race 6. But the 8's going to be a tough favorite. The 8, My Brother's Ledge. So I use the 8-9 there in race 6. Feature of the day, wide open allowance race in race 7, going 6 furlongs on the Fort Marcy. I had the 4 oldies but goodies as my best bet of the day, but then I realized Englehart's always dangerous. He has the 3, Square Shooter. The 3, Eastern Bay is beaten oldies but goodies before, and the 2, My Tie went on for Sibeli and Fergal Lynch, you have to respect. So I go 4 deep in the feature with the 2, 3, 4, 5. Then race 8, I go with the 1, 3, and then I go 3, 5 in the finale. You like the middle pick 4 starting in race 4. Let's take a look. Did you key on Lonely Drifter, or do you try to beat her as well?
I protected
same thing,
with the 1, Bring Me Answers. And the only thing that scares me, Lonely Drifter's been scratched a couple times since her last race. Now, granted, she was going to be coming back quick, got the optimal rest, and they don't drop her. So that to me, is a good sign. I go 2 deep in the 4th, 1 and 7. 2 deep in the 5th. Freezing Waters and Veil Dance. Freezing Waters got me last time. I thought that she would back up. She didn't, and she looks like the controlling speed in here, but I think Veil Dance will sit a trip. 6th race, all. I think this race is absolutely wide open. I do like Speed Game. I think you're going to get a square price on Speed Game for Sammy Davis, but I'm not completely sold on everybody. Let's go all in that race.
All right.
7th race, 4 and 5. Oldies, big goodies, and Square Shooter. believe that's a little lineup around the racetrack. $32 for the middle, I should say, middle pick 4.
All right, let's take a look here. Race 4, nice $5,000 starter allowance, filly and mares, 3 and up, going a mile on the main track. The 4-year-old filly, that's right, she's only 4. She's won 7 in a row. She's looking for lifetime win number 12 today. She's won 8 races right here at Laurel Park, where she trains for Anthony Ferrier. Julio Correa's won on her the last couple times he's been aboard. Correa, he had a 3-win day Thursday, a 2-win day yesterday. He surpassed Trevor McCarthy. Julio Correa is your leading rider right now of the summer meet. Nice press release that went out about him yesterday. It's on the laurelpark.com website.
Yeah, he's shown a lot of talent. I like the way he really nursed Trombetta's horse, Bucktooth, on the front end.
Right.
Yeah, so he's been a versatile rider. He's been able to get the horses to close. I know you like a horse that he's on a little bit later, but it's good to see when Trevor's away. Correa's making the hay, right?
That's
he's
right.
Doing his
right.
job.
All right, so let's take a look. All right, we both have Lonely Drifter on top. Let's show you the video spotlight from last March here at Laurel Park. Going a mile. This was first off the claim against Open 12,500 company this day.
Yeah, went right from the condition nickel win to Open 12.5 and gets it done. A real solid victory here. Lonely Drifter, dead game. Going to come up the inside to get it done that afternoon. Showing a lot of versatility. The running style, I think, in this race is going to be somewhat just a stalking position. There's not a lot of true speed in here. I don't think the flow is going to be very, very quick at all. Louise maybe goes to the front. Naomi coming off the race here with Jamie Ness running well, but I think faces a stiff test. Naomi, she's probably going to try to control it up front. But Lonely Drifter, certainly the couple recent scratches scare me a little bit, but they're keeping her protected here in the starter allowance. Just give her a little bit more time in between races. A stalk and a move in. They're going to have to wear her down, I believe, once they hit mid-stretch.
All right, so we both have the favorite on top, but the one Bring Me Answers for trainer Ricky Silliman. The barn had a nice win yesterday with He's One Wild Dude. Kevin Gomez rides this 5-year-old mare by Mine Shaft. She just ran okay last time, but she's capable of better. She's won at this level before. She had a nice win at Pimlico at this level back in late May.
Yeah, I think she's fine. She was right behind Lonely Drifter in May, early May at Laurel over this racetrack. Position to the inside. Yeah, she may not come away super clean, but she had to use herself to get in position in mid-stretch and just flattened out a little bit last time out. I think she can sustain a run certainly a little bit better against this group.
All right, so a cold 7-1 on top there in race 4 to kick off the pick 6 and the middle pick 4. You can check out both our tickets, laurelpark.com. Underneath the handicapping section. Race 5 starts the late pick 5. No carryover. They hit it yesterday. It was a little chalky yesterday, which means it'll pay bazonkas today, right?
Yes.
Industry low, 12% takeout on all the pick 5s here at Laurel Park. Race 5, we're going 5.5 furlongs on the Fort Marcy turf course with the rail at 87 feet. Claiming 16,000, filly and mares 3 and up. Never won 2 lifetime. All right, we both like the 3-4-4-3 here. I have the 3 Freezing Waters on top. Pimentel, he's having a good weekend. He had a nice win yesterday on a little bit of the Greek God was a little bit of
big price.
Big price on Greek
20
God.
And change, I think.
You had the horse 6-1. He snuck off at a big price.
Yeah, I know Frank Vespi liked Greek God a little bit. Had that horse into the mix. Pay attention to his selections too. Frank's a good handicapper for the racing biz. But Greek God, they took advantage of the pace. They just went out there. He's sat outside the other speed and kicked clear in mid-stretch and got you a big score. And helped. Yeah, that was a pretty good early pick 5 when you really kind of break down all of the prices. But in here, Freezing Waters, front end, I like Veil Dance maybe to wear her down.
All right, so the Pimentel's on the 3 Freezing Water. I have her on top. Yeah, she'll be in front. Yeah, Veil Dance going to be coming late with Victor Carrasco. Just got beat a whisker at this level last out for Scott Lake. So, all right, 3-4-4-3, but we both like the 1 as well. War Tweet, I used the 1 on my pick 6. It's be a nice little sneaky 5-1 shot to make things interesting. You get the 7-pound apprentice Avery Wisman. He had a nice long shot winner a couple days ago with Fancy Outflanker. And this 4-year-old filly by Dadle ain't cutting back in distance today, so maybe they just break and settle and just come with a late run here with the 1 War Tweet.
Yeah, just the way that turf course played a little bit. I'm hoping he can get her in striking distance with a couple lengths by the top of the stretch. I think the fillies and mares she faced recently going long are a little bit better overall than some of these sprinters. But it's a little different game. She's showing that middle move. He's got to get her into the race. And if you can get pressure on this favorite, Frisian Waters, she has a tendency to get a little bit leg weary late. Now, she's running, against same day that you break down the internals on the 25th of July. She was clearly faster basically all the way through the race against a couple of these. But I do think she's a little bit vulnerable. I think Veil Dance will set a perfect dream trip inside and will be able to reach a striking spot turning for home.
All right, so we both like 1, 3, 4 on top there in the 5th race. Let's turn the page here. Race 6 will kick off the late pick 4. Nice first level allowance condition for 3-year-olds and upward. We're going a mile and a 16th on the Calso turf course with the rail at 35 feet here in race 6. And it's a nice race. You hit the all button in race 6. We're talking about race 6 here. You hit the all button. I like the 9 Posterity on top. Posterity is 5-1. You'll get a nice price on this horse because the Hassan Al-Amri, he does well with his turf horses, but a small outfit, so he kind of flies under the radar. You get the leading rider, though, Julio Correa on the 9 Posterity. We both like the 9 Posterity in race 6.
And we've got a video. Can we show Posterity's most recent race? Yeah,
okay,
there we go. And Correa has gotten along with his 5-year-old gelding by Posse, and sitting inside, he was saving ground well off the pace early on. Here's the only thing that got this horse in trouble, and this is tough for a bug rider. Did a good job. This horse was trying to lay in, and watch when he finally gets him straight. This last 50 yards. What a surge. Just missed the bob. Gets a little extra ground this afternoon. Doesn't necessarily need a ton of flow up in front. This horse is in top form right now for Hassan Al-Amri. 49-1, 2 races back. Just missed. 28-1 last out. You won't get anywhere close to that this afternoon. Evenly matched field. I think Speed Game is a horse, claimed 4 races back on May 23rd at Pimlico, has held pretty good form for the barn of Samuel Davis. This horse inside positional speed and showing a ton of heart. I think Speed Game holds around, holds in there a long, long way. He's going to be a player in the 6th race. I think his tactical speed is going to take him. I'd like to see him on the front end and try to nurse it all the way around the racetrack. Victor takes this horse over the 4 Sir Brahms.
All right, well, he'll get a ground-saving trip on the inside. I like the 1 Speed Game. Nice price on the 1, 9-2. The 3, pretty good year for Rubley and Pimentel. Just missed behind My Brother's Ledge. Well, let's talk about we'll get to the 3 first. Let's talk about the 8 first. My Brother's Ledge is going to be one of your favorites here. You get Vargas aboard for Trombetta, a sharp win last out against First Level Maryland Bred Allowance Company. This is a 2-time winner on the Laurel Grass. Another nice homebred here for the Banner family by Etz for trainer Mike Trombetta. So the 8 My Brother's Ledge. He's going to be a formidable favorite here in race 6.
Yeah, capable at the distance, no doubt about it. I like the steady progression of distances, the way Mike has trained this horse up to his most recent form. He's in top form, snuck away, got that A other than the state bred A other than, tries to go for the open. Sheldon a good ride, put him into the race last time. He took advantage of basically a paceless race, and this horse just wore him down late. I think he's in store for a very similar trip this afternoon.
All right, so a nice first level allowance race going long on the Kelso there in race 6. Let's turn the page. Race 7, the big feature of the day. Here's the conditions for race 7. Are you ready? For 3-year-olds and upward. That's it. Bang. Wide open. Allowance condition like a stake race, $55,000 purse. We're going 6 furlongs on the Fort Marcy turf course. Rail setting at 87 feet. I on the tip sheet and earlier on Down the Stretch Radio with Dave Johnson and Bill Finley, I gave out the 4 oldies but goodies as my best bet of the day. But the more I looked at the race, I know you have the 5 Square Shooter on top, and I picked that horse 4th, but Engelhardt, he's always dangerous. You get Vargas on the 5, and then with the 3 Eastern Bays beating oldies but goodies before. The 2 Mai Tai went on, Sibeli and Lynch, tough to throw them out. So I'm wavering a bit here. I'm wavering a little bit on my best bet, the 4 oldies but goodies. Probably going to be in front, and it might be Lone Speed, but a tricky 6 furlong sprint distance on the Fort Marcy turf course. Your thoughts here on the 4? There we go. I thought I'd broken the camera. We're back in action.
Probably
here
a good thing for the people, right?
Huh?
Probably a good thing. They don't have to look at our ugly mugs.
Oldies
No.
but goodies, 2 wins, 2 seconds from 4 starts on the Laurel grass. A big
Mm-hmm.
win against Maryland Bred Steaks Company last out, and the Ben's Cat,
Mm-hmm.
a big 94 buyer speed figure last out. So Victor's probably going right to the front on the 4 oldies but goodies, but he'll have some tough horses running at him late for sure.
Yeah, and he's been able to sit just off of it if need be. But you see the short comment last time in the Ben's Cat. Nursed inside, a little drift and driving. He's going to try to take that again. And we talked about the pace flow of these 6-furlong turf races. I like this kind of speed for this type of horse. We caught one, Silencia, I think, ran big again, stretching back out at a price. Oldies but goodies, goes right to the front. I think it's a lineup. And Square Shooter, a horse that got his turf career started here at Laurel Park, has run well. You know, coming back to one turn is going to be key. And the competition. Look at a 2-back race. Pure sensation, completed pass, strong horses on a yielding turf course, and got in trouble out of the gate. You cannot give up ground out of the gate to those type of runners. I think he sets a perfect trip just off of Oldies but Goodies. And those two kind of escape as a team. We got a video, right?
Yep.
Of June 9th. Let's go look at that race.
June 9th of 2018,
Yes.
a big win against 3 other than Allowance Company this day.
Just sitting just out to speed again. Spartianos, we know he's quick.
Yep.
You know, we've seen him around here for a long time. And I tell you, look at Vargas. Just sitting chilly, saying, all right, whenever we're going to say go, let's go. And Square Shooter responds. He's going to open up 2 in mid-stretch, hold firm by a length and 3/4 over Big Handsome. How about another pretty good horse in there, English Minister?
Sure.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to go 4th off a little break here. And they thought this horse was a good horse, Dan. After the break from August of 18 to April, they brought this horse back in the Shaker Town.
Yeah,
You know, you don't go into that kind of race.
100 to 1.
Oh, yeah. And you don't go into that race. So, you know, those are killers. Imprimis is an absolute killer. There's no imprimisses in here. Square Shooter, I think, in race 7.
Yeah, he'll be tough. I overlooked him initially. That's why I go 4 deep in this race. The 3 Eastern Bay gets the leading rider,
Yeah.
Correa, so you get some weight off. A big win last out against 2 other than Ferris and Mr. Frankel of Nancy Lee Farms claims this Maryland bred back. He's the younger brother of John Jones. He's beaten oldies but goodies before.
Right. Yeah,
So he's 7-2 on the 3 Eastern Bay.
Took him a little while to get back to it, right, to the turf.
Yep.
And now this is the kind of horse you love to own. Anytime, any kind of weather, let's go, turf, dirt, it doesn't matter. Eastern Bay is going to bring an effort. He's shown the ability to even come from further back, which I think he will do today. I don't think he's as quick as a couple of these early on this turf course. So, and once again, though, he's going to have to get into position. He can't be 5-6 out of it turning for home today. I don't think he can get it done.
All right, so a real nice feature of the day here. Race 7, open allowance condition, 6 furlongs on the Fort Marcy. We kick off the final pick 3 of the day there. Race 8, we kick off the late daily double. We're going a flat mile on the main track, claiming 16,000 3-year-olds and upward. Never won 2 lifetime, and you like the 3. I like the 3.
Okay.
Road to Oz, 5-2. Correa aboard for Kieran McGee. Ran big first off the claim. Last out, we have a stat here for trainer Kieran McGee. Let's show it to you. Here it is.
And I'm hoping this horse can move up. He's going to have to beat the one Tatr who's taking the drop in class. And, man, his numbers, he just has to hold pat Tatr. And he probably, you know, he can be 1-2 in here against this group. So last 3 years on the dirt, though, for Kieran, 12 for 33. That's 36%, and 23 for 33 in the money. Second off of a claim and off of a top fig. There's the ROI at 263. Did just that. Give him a little break after that claim at Pimlico. Dropped a little in class. Thought probably they were going to get it done, but Linda's Nikia a little bit better that afternoon. Teaming up with Correa. There's a little speed to stalk. I think Road to Oz can hopefully get the jump and hold off Tatr in race number 8. These two look pretty tough in here at awfully short prices.
All right, yeah, Tattered 8-5, gets a big drop today. Third off, a long layoff, big drop, gets a live rider. Goes from a couple riders I've never heard of, and then now you get Julian Pimentel to ride today for Jorge Duarte. So 4-year-old colt by Union Rags, maybe has a for sale sign on him today, but that's okay. They want to win, and they're in the right spot today to get this guy in good form.
Yeah, he's not what he once was. You know that, right? They just want to get a win. Lucky Junior might be a horse you can just kind of hang around, you know, for Hammy. This horse goes turf to dirt, has never been a route of ground on the dirt, but has a little bit of a closing move. I think he might sneak in there and boost your tries and your supers.
All right, so 1-3, 3-1 all day long there in race 8. Let's turn the page here. Race 9, nice turf sprint to close out the big day, claiming 16,003 and up. No conditions here, wide open. Claimer going 6 furlongs on the Fort Marcy turf course.
Yeah.
Rail at 87 feet. The 5 War Stroll. My top pick's going to be tough. Like the yielding turf course last out early July right here at Laurel, coming off a couple-month break against Open 12-5 claimers. Rallied that day going 5.5 and just got beat a nose. Big 72 buyer speed figure. Now you get an extra half a furlong today. Another yielding turf course, and you get Toledo. This horse has some big races on his page. Look at the race last September at Belmont on a yielding turf course, going 7 furlongs against Open 25,000 company that day. Rallied from off the pace to get up in time with a big 85 buyer speed figure. So this guy is 6-year-old by Stroll. He has some back class. He's made almost $250,000. Where we like the same 3 on top. I go 5 War Stroll, my top pick.
And saying he might be able to lay a little bit closer than my top selection. I think the speed is going to be provided by the 1 Bobcat, who's finally coming back to the turf. It's been a while. He's got a number of a 77, a top number that certainly I think could win this race if he brings it back in. He has speed. I mean, I think he can hang around, and I think he's going to cause a problem for the 2. Keep Talking, who's a 2-1 program favorite. I do think he's going to go off favorite here for Tommy Proctor on a little bit of a drop. I'm suspicious of this move for Keep Talking. 1 goes out. I'm hoping the 7. I went back on the page. He was a little bit closer on a good turf course after a half a mile than what he's been of late. Hopefully, Correa, the hot rider right now, bless you, can go ahead and get this horse into position. I think he's going to fire a little bit better than what he did in the 8, other than behind Don't Poke the Cat. He had late life. He and Grandiflora, similar running styles. I'm going 3-7, 7-3. Run as a team and wear them down through the stretch.
All right, we like the same 3 on top. The 3, Grandiflora. You get weight off with Wisman aboard for Ann Merriman. This horse gets a little drop in class as well. A 3-time winner on the Laurel grass. So I think the 3, Grandiflora, in a nice spot today. I go 1-3 here on my I go 3-5. I go 3-5 here on my pick 6 ticket in race 9. Nice little turf sprint to close things out. Nice carryover today on our 20-cent Rainbow pick 6. Let's show you the big number. It's over 26,000 today. Starts in race 4. All right, we have it. There it is, $26,402 in the Rainbow pick 6. You can study my ticket at laurelpark.com. Underneath the handicapping section. Nice feature of the day on the turf in race 7. That's a tough race for the pick 6.
Just call it a stakes. It's a good race. Love it. Square shooter, oldies but goodies. We got ourselves a horse race.
All right, Dave Robin, he's coming up next with scratches and changes. Good luck.
Good luck.